Blackest Night Tales of the Corps #1. This is a 3-issue miniseries. There's 3 stories here. One is Saint Walker, his origin. He's a Blue Lantern. You've already seen him. And he's got a pretty good origin. You got to check that out. And then, it gives you some info on the Blue Lanterns. And then it goes to Mongol. He's sort of a leader of a splinter cell of the Sinestro Corps, who are the Yellow Lanterns. And this was fairly interesting. It shows, kind of the weird relationship between Mongol and his father, the previous Mongol. And then you get to see Indigo for the first time of the Indigo tribe. Those are the Indigo Lanterns, but they're just called the Indigo tribe. And they're really mysterious. You really don't find out anything about them. So it's kind of interesting. If you're into the whole Blackest Night thing and the War of Light, you got to check that out. Deadpool, wrapping up the whole thing with Deadpool and Hawkeye, who's really actually Bullseye. Very funny issue. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. I laughed my ass off. If you're a Deadpool fan, you already have this. If you're not, what the fuck's wrong with you? I mean, just like the part where he comes at him with the chainsaw, and and then Deadpool at the end, just shoots himself in the head just because he's bored. That won't kill him, though. Action Comics, I think, has been kind of on a decline since Flamebird and Nightwing took over the title. I don't know. This is number 879. It's just more the same, fighting the bad Kryptonians. General Lane hates them all, blah, blah. And then there's Captain Atom as the second feature. So, I don't know. I didn't really enjoy that one too much. Okay, so the new ones this week, not too many of them. We got Deadpool Suicide Kings number 4 of 5. Obviously, Spider-Man's in it, Punisher's in it, Daredevil's in it. Oh, and by the way, some guy named Deadpool. Actually, I really like this. I like the way they write Tombstone. I mean, even though he's an albino, I think that a lot of writers forget that Tombstone is black when they write him. And he doesn't actually talk like a black guy, and this he does. But he doesn't talk like a stereotype, which is good. Very funny, a lot of fourth wall breaking, a lot of hallucinations. Like I said, if you like Deadpool, you got it. If you don't, what the fuck's wrong with you? We don't find out who the big bad is that Tombstone hired until next issue. Invincible, number 64. Now, if you can't tell by this cover, it's fucking violent. This has been a really violent series as of late. This is, as you can see, the conclusion of Conquest. Now, if you remember, guys, Adam Eve died last issue, and I remember I said that, her death would have been really, emotional, and it would have been a big payoff, it would have been really shocking if the writer, Robert Kirkman, hadn't gone blabbing about it in the letters column for, the past 6 or 7 months. But just from this cover, just from seeing the fact that they could have shown her, but they don't show Invincible, just the hand. I was like, oh, she's coming back. And indeed. This is a big payoff. It's another one that takes you a few minutes to read, but it's oh so satisfying and oh so exciting. Invincible just beats the living shit out of Conquest. Adam Eve suddenly resurrects. She's nude. She blasts the guy's skin off. And then there's this great double panel with Invincible just headbutting the guy to death. And damn, he got fucked up. This is going to be 2 videos, I guess. I'm nearing 10 and a half minutes here. But damn, he got fucked up. If you like fight scenes, you got to love this series lately. I assume that this is the end of Conquest. They're going to be seeing a little bit more dialogue now. But, I love her reaction when she's like, wait a minute, am I naked? So, Invincible, I didn't like the Invincible War, but the Invincible War Aftermath is really good. Okay, Green Lantern number 44. This one kind of ties in a lot to the Blackest Night number 1. It happens before it happens after it happens during it. You really have to be reading both. It's the same basic thing. This thing deals a lot more with what we saw briefly, which is Green Lantern and Flash fighting the Black Lantern Martian Manhunter. The Scar talks about why she's doing what she's doing and how she came to be so goddamn evil. It basically is just this huge, preamble, and then Zanshi comes back, and it's kind of interesting because Zanshi's not like a living thing, it's a planet that got destroyed, but then again, Mogo is a planet, and, Mogo lives, so I don't know, maybe Mogo will fight Zanshi as the Black Lantern, who knows? Or maybe it's like every single person on Zanshi is a Black Lantern, who knows? Then we got Tales of the Corps #2. Yeah, this is weekly. The last one will be coming out. Where's Tales of the Corps #1? I wanted to show you guys this. Shit. Give me a second here. Fucking hell. Okay, here's Tales of the Corps #1, and as you can see, they go together, and when I get the third one, I'll show you all three of them together. The one thing is, when I saw this solicited, I thought to myself, and it has been pointed out by others, that basically #2 just has Star Sapphire's crotch and nothing else. I mean, the UPC covers up the actual, camel toe, but, there you have it. Alright, so three more, Tales of the Corps in this. It starts off with Bleeze, who's this, beautiful, angelic character who becomes a Red Lantern. And I like that they're sticking with that all the Red Lanterns are people that have been hurt in some way by Sinestro or the Sinestro Corps. So they're really an enemy of the Yellows. And then we go to the Purple Lanterns, or otherwise known as the Star Sapphire, and we get some stuff with Carol Ferris. Some stuff that we knew already, some stuff that's new. This one just kind of came and went. I enjoyed the Bleeze more than that. And then lastly is my favorite part of this is this story about this god of hunger that gets, it's just like one of the most greedy beings in the universe, and it just comes to your planet and just sucks up all your treasures and everything and then moves on, and if it's not satisfied with what you gave it, it just destroys your planet. And then it meets Larfleeze and gets destroyed and becomes a part of Agent Orange, one of the Orange Lanterns. So, he finally met his match, so to speak. And then there's some stuff about the Black Lantern Corps. And then there's this great 2 pages written by Ethan Van Scriver, where he describes how he designed all the different symbols, and how he came about, creating... Obviously, he didn't create the Green Lantern symbol, but he created, you got the yellows, the blues, the indigos, everything, the black one. So that's it, guys. We'll see you, try and get to it next week. If not in 2 weeks, I'm a busy dude. See ya.